good, YouTube? Alex on the cam, back here with another video. Aries Spears. How many people get off the bus in Hollywood and end up sucking in the alleys? Y'all, let's get right into this video. You guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the crew. You already know what to do, baby boo shoot. Ooh!
One of my members, funniest YouTuber alive, said, why do you call me a narcissist on your podcast?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you tell him why I call you a narcissist? Are you a narcissist? You openly admitted that one episode.
I think somewhat, yeah. I think we all are, though.
We all are,
yeah.
to a degree.
To a degree.
You can't be in this business where you're dealing with high stakes, financial gain, power, prestige, and not be a little bit narcissistic.
Competition.
Honestly, I agree, but I also disagree. I do believe everyone has a little bit of narcissism in them. Like, they have narcissistic traits, but I don't know. I guess I disagree because I just don't like that word, you know? I feel like the word narcissist has a negative reputation. You know, it doesn't feel good to be called a narcissist or even have narcissistic traits. Maybe that's why I disagree.
I think you have to be delusional to sit there in your bedroom and say, one day, millions of people are going to know who I am, are going to watch what I do.
For sure.
Tune in every day. When you have no followers, no fans.
Wait, you say that again? You think you have to be
delusional?
Well, no, I disagree with you. Once upon a time ago, when I first came out to Hollywood, I was 17. Mm-hmm. And this is when I did my first pilot, my first show on CBS, South of Sunset.
Before he even gets into that, I agree. You know, before the dream even becomes true, you gotta believe it so much that it's like delusion. I don't know what Aries Spears is about to say, but we're gonna see how he debates this.
They interviewed me on Entertainment Tonight, and I still have the VHS tape at my house. And I believed in myself, you know? I wouldn't have made the move at 14 to do stand-up if I didn't. But at one point I said, yo, about 2 years from now, I'm going to be the biggest box office star in the world. Now, it's cringe now because it didn't happen.
I don't think it's cringe.
Well, when I look at it now, I go, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You can still believe it, but maybe I shouldn't have put that on television. Because if it doesn't happen, now look how it looks. Mm. But I still think you have to have that belief.
Yeah.
Because if it did happen, well then...
Well, yeah. When I say delusional, what I mean is percentage-wise, it's probably not going to happen because 99% of people who try this ultimately fail at it.
Yes. See, I see where Vlad is going with that. But once again, what they're both missing is that delusion is a state of belief. Like, in order for you to believe something, you have to be a tad bit delusional. Maybe in the beginning it's delusion until it becomes reality. That's when it's like, okay, you weren't delusional. You know what I'm trying to say, y'all?
I don't buy into those numbers because
if you look at everyone who does an open mic, think about the open mics that you've seen over all the decades you've been doing it. How often do you see a guy at an open mic and you just never hear from him again?
That's a lot. But how often do you see people on The Voice who blow, or on American Idol who kill, who never go on to have careers?
True.
But at the same time, based on those numbers, I hear you, but also people quit.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Ooh, facts.
When you look at overall, out of all the people that try, hey, look, we live in Hollywood, right, or close to it. How many people get off the bus every day with dreams of making it in Hollywood?
And then end up sucking dick in an alley.
Damn, the way he delivered that. They went from getting on a bus in Hollywood because they have dreams and stuff to ended up sucking dick in the alley. I was not expecting that at all.
I made it, Mom!
Listen, man, I remember this. This is when I knew I was in Hollywood. For some reason, I always remember this moment. I was in a club, and this dude was like, yo, what's up, man? What up? Yo, you want to grab a drink? And I'm like, I guess the dude was a fan or whatever else. That this happens every so often. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's go grab a drink. We get to the bar, and he orders a drink. His man orders a drink. And, you know, I order something. The tab comes, and he wants me to pay for it.
Oh! Mm. Oh, hell no.
And I was like, and then I realized he doesn't know who I am. He's just hustling me for drinks. This is a man.
Right.
In Hollywood.
That is some broke nigga shit. Who does that? I mean, clearly people do that. But come on, like, you're in Hollywood and you're a man. I understand, because I've heard of women doing that. You know, going up to somebody in line at the bar and they try to hit on the guy and make him feel all good just so he can buy them drinks, you know? But you're a whole ass man coming up to a man talking about, you want to get some drinks? That's... Come on. Come on, bro.
And I realized that I'm like, wow, I've never... And I remember I grudgingly just paid to just go back to my, to my section. And I'm like, I've never had a man hustle me for a drink until I came to Hollywood. This is how broke motherfuckers are out here.
Wow.
They're hustling other straight men for drinks. I've had women hustle me for drinks. Oh, my friend like a drink too. Right. Yeah. You and I have gone through this a million times.
There you go.
I'm okay by...
Because I've been through it. I mean, I didn't fall for it because, once again, that's an old trick in the book, y'all. But I lived in LA before, been at a club. A group of girls come up talking about, like, oh my gosh, I love your hair, you're so cute, whatever. What drink are you getting? Okay, yeah, we're getting some drinks too. Okay. Get your fucking drink. Like, I know that trick.
A drink. This is the first time in my life that I bought a man a drink who I didn't know because motherfuckers out here broke hustling drinks.
And you're in LA.
I've had...
That's crazy.
I'm going to call them friends, but I've had associates who once upon a time ago lived out here and was in the record game, and whether they made beats or they were an artist themselves, who eventually pack up and move back to where they came from. That is the most deflating thing in the world to me when I hear those stories. Because I don't want to say you gave up, but if your circumstances were such that you, and this is an expensive place to live, if your circumstances were such that you just couldn't afford to be here, well, then you're not going to go, well, I'll just live out of my car versus I could just move back to Minnesota and live in a crib or whatever. So I get that. But in my mind, when I say to the wheels fall off, I mean to the motherfucking wheels fall off. Because anything else to me feels like you gave up. And you can't judge a person's circumstance.
And I get that mentality. What he's basically saying is, don't give up. No matter how hard it gets, don't give up. Whatever dreams that you're going for or whatever, don't give up. The things that are worth it in life, they don't come easy and they don't come quick. It's just a message to whoever's watching this. Like, you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. Even through the hard times, because there will be hard times.
But when I moved out here, and I've been out here since 93. And I just go, to be out here for over 30 years, if I move, that means I lost. And I can't fathom leaving here and going, well, I'm just going to go over here and get back on my feet. Then I'm going to come back. And
you're not coming back.
I lost, man. I lost.
Well, I remember I moved out to LA in 2008. And I launched Vlad TV out here. But at the time, I was just DJ Vlad, the mixtape DJ. Right. And I realized I'm wasting time and money. No one knows who I am. I'm not getting in these circles. People are wasting my time. People are making meetings with me. They're canceling last minute. People like Felly Fell. Yeah. People like that. Now look where we are. Me and him. It is what it is. But it's like, it's a weird situation because there's giving up and there's also the realization that maybe you can't function on this level that you thought you could function on. And maybe you're just better at something else. There's that, right? Because I remember, look, I was making beats all through college, post-college, whatever else, right? One day I just like, I'm never going to be Dr. Dre. I'm never going to be DJ Premier. I'm never going to be Timbaland. Like, I just don't have that in me. I make okay beats, but I'm never going to be that. And I don't want to be struggling for the next 10 years trying to get a placement here and there.
I see what
I'd rather
saying.
Find something that I'm really great at. And with me, like DJing, I was great at, as opposed to making beats. And once I got into DJing, I started winning mixtape of the year, mashup of the year, and everything else like that. I'm like, okay, I'm pivoting to something that I'm just better at.
Yeah.
As opposed, now, you could look at it as giving up, but most people give up on a lot of shit by the time they find the one thing they're great at. You're a little bit different, because you kind of knew as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh. There's some people out there that are trying to do something right now and they don't realize like that's probably not for them, right? Whew, that's deep. And I get that. What I still want to figure out is how do you know if it's not for you? Especially when you only believe, say, in one thing. That goes deep, you know, and it's not giving up. It's just more of like, you know, you got to find what works for you. And that's the hardest part about life, is that you may think that you want to pursue something, but it may not be for you.
They're great at it. You're a little bit different because you kind of knew as a kid.
Yeah.
Most people, though, listen, I went to college, I got a computer science degree, I was a programmer, then I started a recruiting service, then I became a DJ, then I started doing DVDs, and eventually I found Vlad TV, and that's what actually stuck. But it took 10 years to figure it out.
And I mean, just total transparency.
Yeah.
If you could have been the next Premier or Dre, was that in your heart, or did you really go, that's not in me, this is what I'm doing, this is my passion, I'm 100% happy with this?
One day I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, no matter how hard I work, these guys are just so much better at it.
So you had an honest moment with that?
I had an honest moment. I just said, I am not that great musically compared to the people that I'm trying to compete against.
Yeah.
I'm better than all my friends. I'm better than a lot of people around me. But if I want to be at this level, which is a worldwide multi-million-dollar level, I don't have that.
There is a lot of competition in this world, you know. But once again, I really do believe in that saying that you are your only competition, all right? Whatever you believe in full-heartedly, put God first. I do believe that the Lord can bless you with an amazing life as long as you keep the outside noise out, you know, and just focus on you. I just don't want people to get discouraged. Whoever watches this video like, maybe I'm not doing something right. Or no, just have faith that, you know, it'll happen for you, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to figure it out.
You know, still doing gigs here and there. They just don't have those shows, you know, those songs that click. They don't have that fan base that follows them. But they're technically great singers.
Yeah.
Not everyone's meant, you know, sometimes the dots have to connect.
So at the end of the day, you just were honest with yourself.
I was just honest with myself.
Well, then you need to have a conversation with Jennifer Lopez.
Because she's not honest with herself? Now she's lying to herself? Nah. I'm the greatest singer ever. Whitney's lucky she's not alive, so I'll sing her the verses.
I don't agree with this video. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I believe whatever passion that we have in life, I feel like we should go for it. And even when it gets harder, we should continue to go for it. If it truly deep down in your heart feels like, I'm not doing this right, then yes, pivot, have a moment of being honest with yourself and figure out how you can pivot. But if you only have one thing in your mind, like this is the only thing that I know I want to do and I can do, and you truly believe it, you got it. Fuck what they talking about. If you have a dream, you have a passion, and you know for a fact, this is what I want to pursue, this is what I'm going to do, and you have full confidence in it, then that's for you, dude. That's for you, girl. Now, if you have a couple things on your belt, right, that you want to pursue, that you're good at, whatever, then yeah, that's when you're going to have to figure out some shit, you know, work consistently on whatever. If that shit don't work out, go to that next passion, you know, whatever sticks. But if you only have one thing in your head that you know you could do, you got that. You got it. Y'all let me know what you got from this video, what they were trying to say. That being said, thank you guys for watching this video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the crew. You already know what they do, baby boo. Shoot. Ooh, I'll see you guys in my next video. Later.
Spinning the cake, riding the cake, give me the cake, taking the bait, I got the man, hit on my bait, rapping that slate, all on my bait, I'm rapping that bit like I'm Pyro, shawty she